Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. And I mean, if you're asking what you want, people can have a long list of things that they want, especially in this hunting season that opened on October 1st and goes all the way to March 31st, even though you can already hunt from March 1st to March 31st. But this morning, I want to welcome Game Warden 2 at the Department of Natural Resources and Forestry to join us and chat about hunting season. Good morning, Anushka Ramsden.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine.
All right, so hunting season is open. It opened on October 1st, and we go all the way, well, you're allowed to hunt at least until February 28th. Tell me some of the animals. Pardon?
It's until the last day in February, so depending on if it's a leap year, it will be the last day in February.
Right. So tell me about the animals that can be hunted, and if there any have been added or taken off the list.
Well, what you can be hunted in, we have agoutis. We have the lizard. Under the lizard category, we have caiman, sally, and iguana.
Right.
But there is a stipulation with the iguana because recently the iguana season changed to the 1st of December. So even though the other animals are the last in February, the iguana season is to the 1st of December. We have wild hog, lap, and deer, but that is only in Trinidad, and cage birds.
What's the last one?
Cage birds. Cage birds are birds that you can keep as pets. Those are like the SEMP, the violations, the fauna, the Trinidad, the fauna, and the parakeet.
So you can hunt those or you can keep them as pets?
Yes. So, when the season is open, you can go and get a purchase a permit to actually go out and catch these animals, catch these birds, and then you can keep them as a pet.
Wow. Okay, I didn't realize that was part of the hunting season as well.
Yes, that's part of the thing as well.
All right. Are there animals that we can hunt in the off season?
You can hunt animals in the off season only if they are considered a vermin. But these animals can only be hunted on private property because under the Conservation of Wildlife Act, we have something called the third schedule. And under the third schedule, we have the vermin list. So these are like rats, mongoose, the capybaras recently added as well. Some snakes, but the snakes that are in Trinidad, not in Tobago, because in Tobago, all snakes are protected. So there's no open or closed season for snakes in Tobago.
Oh,
a lot of persons are not aware of that.
Are there any other animals that we're allowed to hunt in Tobago that we may not be allowed to in Trinidad?
No. Everything is straight across the board. You can hunt both of them. However, recently we had some changes in the act again. So we had waterfowl permits that you could hunt like the ducks and stuff.
Right.
But that was removed. So there's no waterfowl permits again issuing.
Okay. All right. Well, speaking of the permits, what type of permits are there that you can get? There are different types of game permits, not so?
Right. So yes. So each permit falls on each animal is a different category. So the agouti is one permit, wild hog is another, tattoo is another. But the lizard permit, under the lizard permit, you can hunt the 3 animals. You can hunt the sally, the caiman, and the iguana under that permit. So, and each permit costs $100. A person is entitled to 3 permits per person, per hunter.
What is a sally?
A sally painter, Matt, Trinidadians know them as Matt. We in Tobago know it's a sally painter.
Ah, okay.
It's like it's a lizard. It's a lizard.
It's like the same category, caiman, iguana, and okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So those there are 3 different species. The caiman, the iguana, and the sally are 3 different, but they are under the lizard category.
I saw we also have alligators under that category, but do we have alligators?
Well, we have caimans in Tobago.
Okay. All right. So tell me about if people are hunting these animals when they're not supposed to. What are the fines that are incurred?
During the closed season, if you are found hunting, you can be fined up to $100,000. During the open season, if you are found hunting without a permit, you can be fined up to $50,000 because we had some increases in the fines recently as well.
Okay. And so that's if you don't have a permit and you're hunting in the hunting season.
In the open season, yes. So you can be charged. So that's why we're trying to let people know that even though the season is open, you still have to come and purchase a permit. It's not free for all. You cannot just go out there and hunt. You can be charged.
What was the prices like for the permits?
It's $100 per permit.
Oh, okay. And I understand that each hunter can have up to 3 permits?
Yes, up to 3 permits you can have.
All right. So, what about possession of the wild meat itself, of the meat that you would have hunted? Is there a time period that you're only allowed to keep it during hunting season or outside of hunting season?
Yes.
How does it work?
So, because as I said, the season opens the first day in October, closes the last day in February. So we have the month of March to get rid of whatever wild meat you have. So you can cook, you can sell, you can purchase, but you cannot go out there and catch on that time, in that time frame. So
Right.
just to get rid of whatever. So from April 1st, you should not have no wild meat in your possession because you can be charged as well for possession of wild meat after April 1st. After
all right.
April.
Just now, hold on. Clear this up for me because if I know I'm not a hunter, I go on a,
Right.
and a hunter sells me wild meat in March, right? Because he have until the 31st. From April 1st,
Yes.
if I still have that in my freezer, I could get charged?
You can be charged, yes.
Why?
It's illegal to have these animals. Well, that's the law. Because you have to get rid of it.
So I
Yeah,
have
what time
to, in
frame?
March, all wild meat must eat.
Yeah, yes, all wild meat must eat. So you can keep your pet, you can do what you want. All wild meat must be getting rid of by April 1st.
And what's the charge if you have wild meat in your possession after April 1st?
$100,000.
Jesus, nature.
100, yes.
Anushka, anything else you think the public should know? Because you have all the information this morning. You here to take wigs this morning. So talk to me. What else we should know?
Well, as I said, just allow people like when you go out and when you go out and hunt, be responsible. We're asking persons, even if you see an animal that is pregnant, leave the pregnant animal so you'll have more for the future generations. When you have hunt with discretion, don't go one day and try to get titigona. That is not right. Even though we don't have bag limits and stuff, hunt for tomorrow in mind, basically. So that's what we want people to know. And come and purchase your permits because it's just $100.
Where do
We
you
are there
purchase?
at Inland Revenue offices. Presently, we are there on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at both Roxborough and Scarborough Inland Revenue offices.
Fantastic. You know, Anushka, one of the things I was just wondering, in terms of what we are allowed to hunt, is there a reason that we allow people to hunt these animals in particular?
Well, basically, it's just to make sure that we don't have an overabundance of these animals and stuff. So you have to make sure, it's a whole process. Because if we leave them there, we will have too much, and then they will cause destruction to the farmers, and it's basically a chain reaction.
Okay, so just
So we
kind of
always
trying
have
to
to have
trying to
a
keep
balance. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. Well, Anushka, thank you so much for joining us this morning on our morning show and sharing this fantastic information. And all the best for the season. You go on hunting too?
No, I don't. I don't hunt.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. Take
All
care.
right. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
All right, that's Game Warden 2 at the Department of Natural Resources and Forestry, Ms. Anushka Ramsden, just sharing with us some information as hunting season is open. We take a quick break and we come back with more inside the Now Morning Show. Stick around.